Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is going to be a brief little review for Kids on the Slope, episode 4, but not for me. Another fantastic episode. We begin this one with Kaoru and Sentaro having a jam session with Ritsuko's father in the basement of his record store, and Kaoru's mind is really not on playing. Presumably, after the bombshell revelation that he had between him and Ritsuko, that he's basically in love with her, and she's been really non-responsive as yet, so of course that would be on his mind. Brother June actually shows up with some fantastic news, though, that the foursome actually has their first live gig finally set up. And so, of course, they're all really excited. They want to learn some jams, put on a good show. The next day, however, we have Kaoru putting questions to Sentaro out in gym class on the field because, basically something rather precarious he saw in the last episode. That was Sentaro being sort of, half-clothed, and the girl he has a crush on, Yuriko, being alone in the classroom together. Looked like more was going on to Kaoru, and he is actually, surprisingly, even to himself, relieved to find out it was simply Yuriko wanting Sentaro to pose for some paintings. So it's getting really interesting. Following that, we actually have Kaoru going to look for a birthday gift for Sentaro, as his birthday's just around the corner, and he runs in by happenstance to Ritsuko, his love interest, who's there to buy the same gift, which is basically drumsticks. And they decide rather cutely to go halvesies on a pair of them, and that's going to be a gift from both of them to him. As they're walking home, it's snowing, and Ritsuko starts kind of dancing in the snow happily, and this is when Kaoru's sort of romantic feelings come to a head, and he basically plants a kiss on her lips. This stuns her, silences her. They kind of sit there staring at each other for a couple minutes, and because this happens to coincide with Sentaro being on his way home, she runs off somewhat crying. This really raises the ire of Kaoru, who's been looking at Sentaro all along like he has it made, like he has the kind of life Kaoru desires, because his home life is really unsatisfying. And they kind of have a little bit of a falling out, but once Sentaro follows up and basically lays down the law that they're very similar in that they both have their respective unfulfilling lives at home, we see that there's kind of sort of a bond getting strengthened here between them. We finish the episode with the actual event at the American Servicemen's Bar that's where they're charged to play, and it starts off with a crash, boom, bang. They're pretty good, but it's interrupted by this sort of racist, drunkard bigot in the crowd who doesn't want to hear any air quotes of that black jazz stuff, and Sentaro very understandably and angrily gets off the stage, and it's left to Brother June to kind of sing the title melody, but not for me. And this is where the sort of love triangle, or whatever you want to call it, rectangle, up until this point actually becomes an octagon, because it turns out Yuriko, who's in the crowd, now looks longingly at Brother June. So everybody in this group is actually pining for somebody, and it's as yet all unrequited. And it's really interesting to see where this is going to go. Again, beautiful animation, beautiful music, and I'm really excited to see what the next episode beholds, because they're just doing so much character arc stuff. It would take half a normal anime series to get there. And that's really all I have to say on it. It was a great episode, and that'll be it for me. So I'll catch you later. Peace.